Good afternoon, fellow Plexers, or good evening. So this video is going out to Cliff in the Plexaholics group. He's trying to get the lost episodes of the Honeymooners in, and this is another good reason to talk about using TVDB as a source for your TV shows versus TMDB. So what the issue is TMDB is very restrictive and TVDB isn't. So let me move this out of the way. At TMDB, if it wasn't a real TV show or a real episode for a TV show, it's not listed. So there are no special episodes for the Honeymooners because they had no specials. All they had was the 39 original episodes. The lost episodes that Cliff has were all parts of the Jackie Gleason show when they did segments on the Honeymooners. It's a great show. I've recently watched all 39 original episodes, and now I'm watching some of the Jackie Gleason Honeymooner skits, all from my Plex server. So if we move over to TVDB, they have a different mindset. They create some virtual TV shows. For example, many of us have added the Looney Tune cartoons, and they were really old movie shorts. The first one has a season that's named season, I think it's 1929 for that listing. One single cartoon, and they were all old movie shorts. So even if the Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers, had a movie cartoon before a movie in 1969 or 1980, it's listed at TVDB as a special under the virtual Looney Tunes series entry. Tom and Jerry's the same way. There's 3 seasons of that labeled officially season spaced 1940, 1950, and 1960. All the Ken Burn documentary series are in both databases. Baseball, Civil War, World War II. But they're only listed at TVDB under a grouping called Ken Burns Films that lets you put all that content in one virtual TV series entry in Plex. TVDB really is useful to us Plex server owners. So, Cliff, you'll find all your specials, or almost all of them, listed at TVDB. So simply name them like this: season or SOOEO1, 2 below for the episode. So it would be the Honeymooners space dash space this, space dash space that. It's very easy. So let me get rid of both of these, and I'll bring in my library structure someplace here off screen. Okay, so I have the show name very simply. I've had this on the server a long time. My newest FileBot expression would have put the year into it. I have all my classic season 1 episodes, and they're named very simply, not how FileBot would rename them now with media characteristics. In the special folders, I have all those classic lost episodes that you probably have and you're dying to rename. Plus I have 2 that weren't listed. So this special episode 1139 is an official listing at TVDB. These 2 aren't. A 60 minutes Jackie Gleason profile interview and then outtakes from that. And I've simply skipped to a higher episode number of 3001 and 3002. So let's bring Plex back into the mix, and let's talk about those before I show you how to scan. So under specials, everything is pulling metadata from TVDB except for those last 2 episodes. And you'll see that it's just grabbing a screenshot of the actual video file. There's no real poster. All I've done is I've given them the title of how I've named the media manually. And if I wanted to, I could add a summary too. What I haven't done, which you'll notice, is I haven't adjusted the date. They're not from 1969. because that 60 minutes interview came so much later than any of those episodes were filmed for the regular series or the Honeymooners scenes from the Jackie Gleason show, as long as this date is advanced from those, it doesn't really matter what it is. I'm not that much of a stickler. So this is the same way. So that's how you handle those two episodes. So if you were building a TV library from scratch, I would advise naming everything from TVDB and ignoring the movie database for TV shows. And just a point of fact, there is no inclusion of IMDb with a TV show, so don't use IMDb as a resource. And I'll prove that now. Globally, with a brand new TV show library with the intention of naming from TVDB, whenever I set the library up, I go to the advanced settings, and the default episode ordering is the movie database. I change it to TVDB, and if a show has 10 specials at TVDB and 7 specials at TMDB, it'll find all the specials that I have named for the TVDB style. But if I name to TVDB and I leave this at the default TMDB, it won't find everything. And again, TMDB they're very rigid. It had to be an actual special of the TV show. Like a lot of British shows have Christmas specials, that type of special. If it's simply a special that's from a DVD or a Blu-ray release, most likely TVDB will include a lot of those, but TMDB won't because it never aired on TV, if that makes sense. So, Cliff, I'm sure you didn't adjust that setting, so you don't really have to. Name the media to TVDB, scan it in, and it will not find the specials. It just won't. Once it's scanned in, at the show level, not either season level, go to this pencil to edit, go to advanced, and then for only this show, you can change the episode ordering from library default to TVDB aired, and then save the changes. And once you're done, go to the 3 dots here and refresh your metadata, and you should end up with an entry just like I do. So again, it's all based on naming from TVDB. And again, if you have all the Looney Tune cartoon shorts from the DVD that was released, the TMDB entry won't do that. And if you're already set up with a big library to pull episode ordering from TMDB, you can adjust the Looney Tunes manually here too. Tom and Jerry is the same way, Ken Burns Films. I just like TVDB better, except they needed to raise money, and instead of going to a subscription option, they opted for ads. So that's kind of a pain, but still, as Plex server owners, they do us a huge favor by not being rigid. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. You can contact me through Facebook, where I'll post this video. You can contact me on my YouTube channel. I love helping out Plex server owners. I am not a professional YouTuber, and I will never say click that bell or subscribe, because all I want to do is just reach a small segment of you guys using Plex and hopefully teach you everything I know so that you can have great working servers. So thanks for watching, and happy Plexing.